At this time, is there anything for public comment? Nothing for public comment. All right. This should be a short meeting this evening, folks. So,
Move to adjourn.
there's always one in the crowd, Tom, and you're always it, though.
Is there a second?
Just a couple things. The Clinton County Shared Services Panel continues to advance with a number of projects. We had our most recent meeting, seems like a year or world ago, on Tuesday. Couple of things that are just to be noted. Not all of them directly impact us as a town, but you may be of interest. Rose's Point is looking to dissolve their police department, and it looks as though the individual that was their police chief has already started working at the sheriff's department, and he was looking at that. I just want to share some additional information that I've heard, that he was actually looking at going to the sheriff's department long before this process had even begun. So it wasn't their interest in dissolving the police department that kind of initiated this. So they're still working out some of the details on that. Blackbrook looks like they're going to be taking over snow plowing for the county. They're actually one of the few towns that are not doing, some of the shared services the way that we and some of the other towns are doing it. The city is looking to collaborate, and I think they're looking at it tonight during their board meeting, taking over centralized assessing for the city.
Blood in the aisles.
Say that again?
They said there'd be blood in the aisles in that meeting.
No comment. There was a conversation at the Clinton County Supervisors Association meeting. Mike Zerlo asked us to just have a quick conversation about whether or not codes and zoning should be considered trying to do a more centralized activity. It doesn't make sense to be run out of the county. I mean, there's too many moving pieces between the zoning for different municipalities and codes and stuff like that. And everybody agreed that really was not something to be looked at right now.
Too many conflicts of interest.
So, the one thing that I'm still remaining very optimistic about is the centralized canine services. The meeting before this one, we had a young woman who was doing dog control at one of the other for one of the other towns, talked about how she was on the job, I think, within her first month, and she had to respond to a situation where there was it was a meth house, and it just really talked about some of the more dangerous aspects of that job and how it will be beneficial to have the sheriff's department, more actively involved with those things. I think people will tend to respond to a uniformed officer a little bit differently. So I remain hopeful on that. And there will be some public hearings as well. They have not been identified. Again, as a reminder, Mike Zerlo is the chairman of this group, and he's working on getting those dates together. I think it's August 15th, if I remember correctly, that the first kind of draft needs to go to the county legislators to kind of weigh in, in a general format. So as soon as I have the document, I certainly will share it with you. But again, the biggest thing to come out of this that I have been advocating for since I've been in office is that we need to get town supervisors and mayors of the villages and the city, along with our colleagues at the county, in the same room and have these conversations on a much more regular basis. And the town supervisors have all agreed to do that. Since I've been in office, almost monthly, we have kind of a kitchen cabinet where we just kind of share what's going on and stuff, and that's been fairly productive to build some great relationships with folks like Rich Parker over in Skyward Falls, and so more to come. I just wanted to give you a quick update on that. I was asked to share this with you folks but the person didn't provide me much more information, so if you are interested, you'll have to do some of your own research. Don't forget, concerts on the Bluff at Clinton Community College are occurring.
Mondays, Wednesdays,
It's on Facebook for sure.
Fridays?
Wednesdays.
So, just a heads up.
Yes, okay.
So,
I'm rushing on.
Are they starting now, or they have started?
they've been started and continuing for a little while longer. I don't know if they're weekly or what have you, but concerts on the Bluff. I think they're between 6 and 8, but I don't know,
I mean, it used to be regularly every week.
so.
Take your bug spray.
For what it's worth. The only other piece that was given to me was bring your own lawn chair, and
Right.
we'll have
And
bug spray too. So, the last thing that I would just toss out there is the county fair is next week, so there'll be a lot more activity and traffic in the general area of Morrisonville. So just be mindful of that. Please go out and support folks there. So moving forward, like I said, light agenda this evening. There is draft minutes, monthly reports, a general maintenance renewal with Twin State, budget amendment for codes and zoning, and then finally a disposal of obsolete computer equipment. So trying to keep that forward. As always, I'll put the verbal asterisk that something may get added between now and next week, but I'm not anticipating anything. Sometimes we hit that time of year where it's just a little bit slower. I think right now is one of them. I may even anticipate that some of the department heads may be either gearing up for some vacation and stuff, or trying to take some half days and stuff like that too. So that's the big stuff. And there was no item 4, 5, or 6, so I pulled over. Really shouldn't have been there to begin with. All right. Any other questions, comments, or things for the good of the order?
Yeah, what's this last thing about the carbon fee?
Well, that's to look at for another time. I just gave a copy to everybody. Something that I got, and I'm giving it to everybody so we can look at it next time.
Okay. I don't have that, so.
Well, that's a copy.
Okay. So, all right.
Okay.
With that, we will adjourn at 6:07.